Not only am I a mood reader, but I am very much a seasonal reader. So as we approach spring, of course, I'm wanting to read books that are whimsical, magical, and make me feel like I'm sitting in a glade of flowers with sunlight shining down on my face. So I put together a list of books that I've read that fit that, and some that are on my TBR. A River Enchanted is the first in a duology. This is like very Scottish folklore inspired, and it's set on a magical isle. And while a big part of this is like very lush, very springtime, it's also kind of a murder mystery. Like there's girls in the island that are going missing, so that's a little dark, but we're here for the vibes. I just read The Wild Huntress and I am obsessed. This is a YA standalone fantasy inspired by Welsh folklore, Welsh mythology, and we're following 3 characters as they enter into a magical hunt, each with their own personal goals. It's magical. We're in this lush, thick green forest. It screams springtime, even though I think actually this might be set in the winter. Oh well. Atalanta is a Greek myth retelling. Atalanta was the only woman in Jason's crew, you know, the guy who like went to get the golden fleece. She is a huntress. I love the way that this story is told from her perspective. I'm just a huge fan of feminist Greek myth retellings in general. I think this does such a great job. A lot of this is set at sea. It just gives that springtime vibe. And now some books that are on my TBR for this springtime. Green Teeth. This is a standalone fantasy told from the perspective of an ancient lake monster. A witch is thrown into her lake by an angry mob, and then the two of them embark on a journey to defeat, quote, an unforeseen evil that threatens the very soul of Britain. By this cover alone, it's giving springtime.
Hi, it's me from the future. I forgot to hit record on the second part of this video, so that's embarrassing. The next book on my TBR is Lore of the Wilds. And I mean, first of all, let's take a second to admire this cover. Like, look at this guy. He has antlers growing out of his head. That just gives springtime magic. This is about a young woman and an enchanted library, and she has to save her village from the evil Fey Lords. Something like that. It sounds right up my alley. And speaking of a guy with antlers growing out of his head, oh my gosh. I've heard nothing but amazing things about Where the Dark Stands Still, and it seems like this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. This young woman has to spend a year of servitude to this forest god in exchange for a wish. I'm so here for the atmosphere. And of course, I also want to read The Drowned Woods. This is the same author as The Wild Huntress, and I know this is just going to be filled with more beautiful, lush Welsh mythology. I can't wait.